Welcome back to my channel, and I hope that you've been missing me a lot. Yeah, because it's been a while since my last video, and I am back with a super interesting topic. Let's discuss if Findom is a part of BDSM. Okay. And usually when someone asks this question, and when I see the discussions, there are two main lines of thoughts. Yes, it is, because it falls under the category of femdom, which is a part of BDSM, and also it follows the same rules. Sane, safe, consensual. Hence, it's good, if it's done properly. So that's like morally right, because that's a part of BDSM. And the second opinion is no, it's not a part of BDSM, because that's bad. Because it's basically exploiting subs, and we see subs as victims and all this, like women who are vultures who just profit of mentally unstable men. And that's pretty much it. These are two main opinions. But I would like to see it from a different perspective. Since when BDSM became some kind of moral ground holder, I wonder, because everyone praises BDSM so much, and I'm here to criticize it sometimes. I don't hold any kind of position that it's either yes or no. I see things from different perspectives, and that's like one of my main points here, why I make these videos, to expand the perception. There are lots of things that I like about BDSM, and I made videos about it, but I see it as a tool, not as a goal. However, there are also things that I don't like about it, and about kink community. I talked with my friend, and she said that there is like a difference between kink community, BDSM community, and I would say that, maybe online, this like kink community is a little bit different. And when I see this, kinky people who are mostly queer nowadays discussing that, Findom is a kink that somehow belongs to them. I literally saw that every kink, including Findom, is a product of queer culture. Like, really? Really? Are you sure? Are you sure that you are not appropriating from heteronormative, heterosexual lifestyle? Because Findom is, first of all, is about feminine and conventionally beautiful women getting money from men. And when I say Findom, again, I don't advocate for the type of stuff that you would mostly see on Twitter, the toxic stuff, I don't like it. I already made a video about it, like Findom based on humiliation, you can watch it. It's a pretty interesting video as well. However, Findom is rooted in goddess worship. It's not about a woman running around a man breaking her back, just like in some kind of BDSM femdom session, because that's a dom who takes the active position, because, BDSM kind of dominance is pretty limited. The role of a woman there is pretty limited, and I keep saying the same things. Yes, that's how I see it, because mostly a dominatrix takes a masculine role, and a submissive in a BDSM kind of scenario often takes a feminine role. However, Findom is different. I love Findom, and again, I don't mean this, the type of Findom that ruins lives, and we will talk about it later. I'm talking about the type of Findom where a woman is put on the pedestal, where she's goddess and she's worshipped, and you can't come to goddess's temple empty-handed. And that's your way to show admiration for a woman who is unattainable, who is both an artist and a muse. And money, especially online, is the only direct benefit. Okay? And how about we see it that no, Findom is not a part of BDSM. It stands apart. It stands, sometimes that's quite the opposite actually. And that's fine. It does not make Findom something bad. And when we speak about this rules, like sane, safe, and consensual, does it only refer to BDSM? Is it supposed to be, well, like anything normal? Because I really disagree with the narrative that if you are a BDSM kind of person, then it would limit the risk of some kind of danger, or receiving some negative experience from another person who is also a part of BDSM community, or who is aware of it. Because I see videos like, oh, it's more dangerous, to hook up with the person who you just met in the bar than someone from some kind of BDSM community. Oh, sure. Go and try Fat Life. Go and see how many pervy men are there just looking for women, just seeing them as fetish dispensers. Even if I like lots of things about BDSM and the psychology and the philosophy of it, I just don't think that it's somehow superior. Because these people often act as if they are superior towards others. Because they, on the one hand, they want to destroy the myth that it's abuse. At the same time, when they speak about vanilla relationship, that's like it's often more dangerous than BDSM relationship, I partially agree with that. However, I believe that everything comes down to the human factor. Because in your, as you call, vanilla relationship, people can be into therapy. Maybe this person has been into therapy for years, or this person is self-aware. Because there are so many other things besides BDSM that makes a person sane, safe, consensual, who follows these rules. You don't own the words. Because I saw this pretty heated discussions between Findoms and Femdoms. And when they say that Findom is a part of Femdom, well, there is also some kind of disagreement, because I've seen Findoms, who've been around for over 20 years. And I've been talking to one of them, and she said that when she started, she was harassed by BDSM community because her website was pink, because she didn't wear black leather and latex, because she didn't have a whip, because she didn't act the same way as all this BDSM kind of doms. Because she was a money dom, because that was different. Oh no, she wasn't doing sessions. How come some men worship a woman with their money? I don't know. Usually during these conversations, people glamorize femdom. But femdom is a set of fetishes that serve to satisfy men's needs. It has nothing to do with female empowerment. There are so many practices that, again, have nothing to do with pleasure in a woman, and often these practices disgust women. And providers are not going to tell you this because that's their job. But lots of practices disgust women because women are 99% less tolerant towards some kind of paraphilia. And everyone knows what I mean by here, okay? That's not like foot worship, that's something more extreme. There would be a very little percentage of women who would be truly into that. But most doms who work as doms, I don't believe they actually truly like it. And that's why that's really great when they make boundaries. That's important. I really love that they discuss it. On their websites they mention, I don't do this. But still there are lots of providers who believe that like being a good dom means to include as many fetishes as possible. Where is this, what is called? Female empowerment? And the more I speak about these topics, the more I come to the conclusion that the word dominance maybe is not the right term here, especially when it comes to Findom, financial domination, okay? Because in this case, people would still see domination and dominance through the male lens, which is force. But I believe that true Findom has nothing to do with force. It's a woman being worshipped. For example, when I do Findom, I don't even tell subs to send me money. I don't like it. I don't do some kind of debt contracts. I mean, again, Findom can be done differently, obviously. Now I'm just talking about my perspective. From my point of view, Findom is the sphere of thriving femininity and the feminine. It doesn't matter, obtained, constructed, or innate. That's the main point. The feminine is in power. The feminine is everything here. The feminine is being worshipped. So that's why I find it ridiculous when the representatives of queer community try to teach the OG Findom that Findom is a kink. Hence, it's a part of queer culture. Okay? I would say that Findom is more like reverse gold digging rather than some type of fetish. Okay, I hope that you understand my point. Let me know what you think about it. It's often mixed with other fetishes. It is deeply mixed with kinks, with BDSM, but I don't think that this is how it started initially. I just believe that it's a separate niche. But now it's all hijacked by women who want to earn money quickly, who don't understand the dom-sub dynamics. And again, dom-sub dynamics is not necessarily BDSM kind of dynamics. Again. Because when I see these discussions like, oh, if you are not a part of BDSM community, why do you use the words dominance and submission? And as a linguist, I'm going to tell you that you don't own the words. Okay? And when I speak about submission, I expand this definition. To me, it's more important to bring the understanding to people who you call vanilla, rather than those who are kinky. And I also work with those who are kinky, expanding their understanding of submission too. Instead of focusing on their fetishes, I want them to try the inner calling to worship a woman. That's the point of male submission. It's okay if you just want to explore fetishes, that's fine, That's why so many BDSM subs don't like Findom, Because it's not true, it's not real, and they call it abusive. Okay, some of the practices that you will see now online, they do look abusive, I agree with that. And when I see all these toxic doms, who base their approach on hardcore humiliation, and like when you see this tweets that's like, I'm gonna starve you and gonna do like all these things to you. Obviously, I don't like it. However, I know that they target their audience. They target their subs. And this is where Findom was mixed with kinky stuff. It's not just Findom by itself. They mix it with kinky stuff. And there are requests for that. And also they cater to men's desires. There is nothing controversial about it, Because these are men who crave it. But the way I understand Findom, it's definitely a separate niche. It is definitely like a separate practice where a woman is truly in her power, is truly worshipped. I think that Findom has more potential than other BDSM kind of practices in terms of female empowerment, in terms of like real goddess worship. And I wouldn't say that the final answer to this question is that simple, that it's like yes or no. But even if it's not a part of BDSM, it's not because it's not good enough to be a part of BDSM, okay? Every practice has nuances. Because when you see BDSM doms speaking about, well, how moral they are and how they care for the sanity of selves, yeah, and for their safety, do they all have medical degrees? Are they all doctors? Why no one questions such extreme practices like everything that refers to physical sadism, especially to genitals? As a dom, what is your intention here? To harm your sub? Oh, you create the safe space to do dangerous things. Why? Because a man wants that? Fine. Are you sure that this sub is not inflicting self-harm through you? Are you sure that this sub is sane? Did you send him to a therapist before that? How are we going to check the sanity, the safety, and the consent? How are you so sure that your sub is mentally stable to perform these practices? And my point is not to shame BDSM doms. My point is to make you understand that every practice depends on people. Everything is in the power of certain people who perform the practices. Yes, we should have certain rules. Yes, we should have certain standards and maybe some kind of gatekeeping. But seeing Findom through the lens of BDSM, whether it's moral and superior or toxic and inferior, is not the right way, according to my humble opinion. And I think that's it for today. I'm going to finish my video saying that you should follow me everywhere, on Instagram, on Twitter. And if you want to thank me for my work, you can send me a tribute or a donation, whatever. And I will attach the link down below. And I will see you in the next video sometime. Bye-bye.